and we are live with the one and only video genius, Noelle Nielsen. Okay, you guys are in for a treat tonight. This is 10-minute labs. Noelle's laughing because I always call her a video genius, and she's like, I just like videos. I just do creative things. I'm not a genius. Okay, Noelle, that's fine. You don't have to take the compliment. Just take it. So Noelle Nielsen is from the wonderful state of, Noelle, what state are you from?
Minnesota.
Minnesota. Guys, if you don't know where that is, it's kind of the middle of the country, like in between the East Coast and West Coast. There's this big state. Anyway, Noelle does some of the most incredible videos. She's a moderator and lab code agent. She's a fantastic broker agent. We have a little bit of audio delay, if you can notice this, between her and I. So I'm going to make sure we don't talk over each other. I'm going to ask you a question, Noelle, and then I'm just going to let you roll with it. We won't try to talk too much back and forth because you're on the hot seat. Anything else before we get started? You ready to go? All right, I got to set a timer. Ready? Siri, set a timer for 10 minutes.
Your timer is set for 10 minutes.
All right, this is 10-minute labs. So here's the first question. With everything going on in the world, Noelle, what keeps you awake at night?
You know, this is part of why anybody that has followed me has probably noticed I haven't been super active on social media over the last 6-7 months. Because I have a lot of opinions. I have tons of opinions. I have tons of opinions on what is happening right now in the world. And a lot of those opinions are keeping me awake at night. And I'm internalizing a lot of that stuff because I feel like as realtors, it's really not our job or our role to vomit those opinions all over our sphere and our social media crew. And so I've been just kind of percolating a lot of the thoughts I've been having in the middle of the night, honestly. But real estate wise, what keeps me awake at night is keeping up with technology.
I love it. This is where we're going to try not to talk over each other. I just wanted to say, because that was one of the coolest things anyone said on Lab so far. Let's try to keep this next 10 minutes vomit free. No vomiting. You can vomit anything you want, but really, this is your forum. You can share anything you want. So in the world of real estate, you said technology. So what do you obsess over in terms of technology?
Well, I obviously obsess anything that you. But as far as CRMs and systems like that, I am not that talented at those things. I've been really good at staying in front of my sphere, using video and social media mostly only. And so on the CRM side of things, I lay awake at night thinking, gosh, I probably should be spending a little more time learning those systems, using those systems. But honestly, I haven't really had to. So those are the things that keep me awake at night.
I love it. All right. So then in the terms of the rest of the year, what do you see as the biggest opportunity? We got 3 months left. What do you see as the biggest opportunity between now and the end of the year in real estate?
I would say there are a lot of people right now that have taken a lot of time off. And I think there's plenty of opportunity for the people that are still willing to wake up, grind, go to work, stay busy, to get out in front of people that are looking to sell. People are still in our state right now. Inventory is all-time low, but there's a lot of people that want to sell if they could just find a place to buy. And so the harder you grind, the harder you work at trying to help your clients get to where they need to go so you can get their listing, the more business there's going to be for you.
I love it. I love it. And I mean, I don't even know if I want to get into challenges during COVID, but let's just say as a whole, everything gone on the last few months, what have you learned about yourself? What has been the most interesting thing you've learned about yourself?
Oh, I actually have realized that I don't need to be on social media as much as I have been over the last 4 years of my life. I know we're on social media right now. Jossie, I'm going to be authentic. Tristan knows if I'm going to come on here, I'm going to tell you what is in my head, which is why I haven't been on social media. So I think COVID has caused a lot of us to spend more time with our kids, more time with our families. If if you are a mom or a dad that has had the responsibility of homeschooling a child over the last 6 months, you've had to rework your system. You've had to learn how to be a parent while working from home. And I think that for me personally has been one of the biggest challenges. And a lot of the people I know, I see them struggling with that challenge still right now. As school gets started again and people are on hybrid models or people are choosing to homeschool. And so as a mom, I'm known for my son, Realtor Boy, and everybody knows I'm a mom because I put it out there first. I just think figuring out how to be a parent while still maintaining a full-time business is tricky.
Tricky is an understatement, I would say. I mean, really, truly. Yeah. It's one of these things, and I'm trying to say as little as possible just because of the audio delay, right? I put some banners on the screen. I'll kind of go with that. But what you're saying is anyone who has kids, and I'm not making a divide between kids and no kids. It's just there's different logistics sets of things you have to do when your kids are homeschooling or no schooling during COVID. That every realtor who has this flexible job that we love it's like, what do we do now? It's tricky is an understatement.
It is, but I think if you have systems in place, that's the priority for your business. Have systems in place. Time blocking is crucial. I've never been great at time blocking, but now I have to be because I know when I'm going to have my kids home. And I just think sticking to that and sticking your guns and putting your priorities first. Where are your priorities within the business? We can get distracted by a lot of things. Okay, so your question, how did you learn to time block? The hard way. I got a lot of my time wasted. I ran a brokerage for a long time where I had an open door policy, meaning anyone with any problem could come in at any time. And I was a producing broker. And so I would find myself in the office almost every night at 6:00 at night by myself in the dark, because in Minnesota, it's usually dark most of the year round. And I wouldn't have done a good job of time blocking my day. And I think that is one of the benefits of working from home for anybody that's been in an office that's now been shoved into a home office, is you can shut your door via the internet and via answering certain phone calls and deciding when you're going to call people back or when you're going to text people back, and sticking to your block first and then getting to those other things as you need to by putting out the fires.
Yeah. And those people watching, by the way, just to be clear, she said the reason at 6:00 it was dark is not because she couldn't afford to pay the bills. It's because it's just dark in Minnesota. It's just a dark state, right? The entire state's a little dark. No, that's a joke. Sorry. But it's so hard to tell jokes with a 2-second time delay. Anyway, all right, 2 more questions. We got time for at least 2 questions. Ready? What is the biggest mistake experienced agents are making right now? Is it related to time blocking, something else? What's the biggest mistake experienced agents are making?
Not staying relevant.
Tell me more.
And so this is a funny one for me to answer because I haven't been online. I mean, people know that I have not been online. Anyone that is a follower of mine, one thing it's taught me is my social media presence has given me a vacation, allowed me to be offline for a while. And I've gotten hundreds, I'm not even kidding, hundreds of Facebook messages telling me, that I missed, asking when I'm going to come back, looking forward to my next video, which for me has been the one heartwarming thing of me taking the break, is knowing that I've done that. I did a long job of staying relevant and staying in front of people. And I did so much of it. It was almost like I'm taking a break in between seasons, right? Your favorite show, season ends. What's the thing? You cannot wait for the next season to come out. And that's what I'm doing right now. I'm on a hiatus. I'm coming back. I haven't disappeared. I'm coming back. Half of the country is probably really glad that I'm not online right now. Half of the country is. So that's I don't know.
I love it. So guys, those of you who don't know, Noelle and I are friends in real life, like in the real world, outside of social media. And I just love that you just said, because I know you're really a humble person. You just said you're like people's favorite show that's taking a break. I love it. All right. One last question. We got time for at least one more question. Ready? What advice would you give a newer agent right now today?
Get connected with a good mentor. Join a good team. Make sure you know who your leader is. And don't just try to cowboy it. Don't just jump in thinking that you can do it by yourself. For those of you that don't know, I am an attorney by trade. And when I got licensed, I just thought I could do it. I could do it all by myself. I could start. And I honestly feel that by not joining a team or somebody that was really relevant that could teach me the ropes right away, it sidetracked my business by a couple of years. It took me a while to figure it out and to learn transactions, where to get business from. The old school techniques are not gone. They're not dead. Like those are still, find somebody with a good book of business or who knows what they're doing to learn at least 6 months.
That is very insightful. That is our 10-minute timer for 10-minute labs, unfortunately, because like this is so much fun, Noelle. It really is. Everyone watching, I hope you enjoyed this. That was incredible. So that's just not, by the way, not just for new agents. Like that's everybody. Don't go cowboy. Don't do it alone. Like no one has to do this alone. Real estate's a lot more fun when you do it with someone else. So enjoy your night. Thank you for being here, Noelle. Next time we'll do it again. We'll get the audio guy working, guys. Hopefully you guys said some good. Noelle's amazing. So we look forward to seeing you next video. Welcome back.
See.
Have a good night, Noelle.